So essentially, we've kind of hit this roadblock where it's like we still want to continue on making these videos, but the recording software that we usually did use, they were making it extremely difficult to record with, and because our times are so disjointed at the moment, Shepard is in a very demanding role, and I'm up to my eyes with other things in my personal life and work. It's like life just gets in the way of living. So we had been hemming and hawing about this for a while to see, is there a way to make this applicably work for what we want to do? And I think after months of just tossing coins back and forth, and at one point we were kind of like, I was like, we're probably going to have to sync the channel and focus on doing something else, which is where the whole idea of a podcast came through. So, Shepard, do you want to talk about how we got to this stage as well?
Yeah. So, as Joker has pointed out, we've been having a number of technical issues. While recording the other stuff, we've also been talking about adding some Let's Play content to the channel, kind of expanding. And so it's an excuse just for us to hang out, which is something we enjoy doing. But Zoom is a ball ache. So they've let us dry, and now we're like, we can't justify with the sheer time it takes for us to get content out there. We can't justify paying a monthly subscription for something like that at the moment. When we're rich and famous, it'll be a different story. So I was looking into alternatives. Joker was looking into alternatives, and my brother has a podcast on Spotify, and he was like, "Yo, we use Anchor." We're like, "We'll try that out." Trying to set up Anchor today, we noticed that it also had video recording software tied into a thing called Riverside. We're like, "Oh, we'll try that out as well." So this is, I suppose, it's an update while also being an inaugural test run of the new software. If it works, then there's potential for us to kind of get back to producing content semi-regularly. We've also discussed before setting up a podcast anyway, as a means of sharing content on a slightly more regular basis, but maybe a bit less structured. It would allow us to talk on more up-to-date topics, new releases, news and in-game media and stuff like that, while also just still having something we can do together and something we can upload to various sources, YouTube and Spotify specifically. So, yeah, this is hopefully the beginning of a kind of a new era for the Save Point, a new opportunity for us to kind of continue making content when we had hit so many roadblocks. We have a series we haven't even finished yet, the Metal Gear series, where we're so close to the end, but we haven't had the means by which to properly record and structure the video yet. So if this works, then you might be seeing a lot more of us, or hearing a lot more of us at the very least.
And it's difficult when there's only 3 people who are keeping this channel going. We don't have a team behind us. We don't have anybody on sound or techie or any editors. Shepard and I do everything ourselves, and we have Dave as well, who does up the thumbnails, and he actually is working on a brand new moving intro for us, which looks amazing. We're going to be kind of doing a lot of cosmetic upgrades to the channel itself. But and
with Dave as well, this is hit between him. He has his own YouTube channel. He does Let's Plays, unboxings. He'll be doing a review of the new Pokemon Scarlet and Violet on that, in addition to the fact that he technically works 2 jobs and is married. So, like, we're busy. Dave is significantly busier than both of us, so it's one of those things where it'll be piecemeal stuff, like, we'll slowly but surely the content on the channel will be upgraded in various ways. We're not rushing anything out the door. We don't want to be like, oh, we have to get content out, because no, we want to get content out when the content is good enough to get out.
Yeah, and even then, like the restrictions that we've been going through has kind of bred creativity. We're trying to figure out. I know there was at one stage, Shepard and I were saying, well, what if we could actually just like screen record like a messenger call and try doing it this way? And then there was issues with Facebook just being a nightmare to use, and like it's just been an absolute. It's been rough to try, and we've been trying so many different avenues and things like this to try and get things going again, because we love doing these videos, and we're not doing this for any kind of monetization gain. Like, we're not
God, no.
do this. This is just something that we do as a passion project. But Shepard has been working hard for the past 2 weeks now on how to link in almost like a separate kind of channel to the safe one. The main channel will still be there, but we're also including these podcasts where it'll link it to a Spotify account, which will link to our YouTube and will link to our Instagram, so it'll be across the board. So even if we're not chiming out the more heavily detailed videos like the Metal Gear Solid Retro or any other top tier list that we may or may not have, there'll still be these micro channels that you'll still be able to engage with us and things like that, if people still want to do that, of course.
I suppose that's a question worth asking. Is we have, you know, we average, I'd say, between 150 to 300 views per video, with the odd shining example of like, whoa, where did that come from? With like the Final Fantasy Aeons video getting in the tens of thousands, which is bonkers.
Yeah.
But we have a dedicated few who watch our content on when it comes out. So I suppose it's worth asking you guys. Is this something, in addition to the videos, do you think you would listen to a podcast? Do you think it's content that would be worthwhile? Because, as I said, it allows us to kind of engage more regularly with each other and with our humble viewer base. And that's the thing as well. Like, podcasts are a dime a dozen these days. We're two 30-something white guys in 2022 who are setting up a podcast. We are not exactly breaking the mold here.
No, we'd be screaming into an echo chamber with this. That we would make it. But it's just another avenue of, if you guys enjoy the topics that we discuss and we open up this dialogue, if you guys would be interested in hearing that on a more kind of smaller, condensed scale. It won't be the grandiose big video with great visuals and the music, and well, there will be. We'll try and put music in the background, but it'll just be more audio based rather than visual and audio based. So we're excited to try it and give it a go. And if it picks up traction, then happy days. We could chime those out. What do you think, Shepard? 1 every 2 weeks.
We could try. If it works out, I'd be happy to do so. And if we have more time available, we could obviously have more kind of on standby as well.
Yeah.
The video game landscape is constantly shifting anyway, so there's always something to talk about, be that subjects similar to what we've discussed on the YouTube channel, such as, you know, moments in gaming and stuff like that, or updated news, opinions on practices in the games industry. We're not, by no means are we experts in any of this, but it's just it's an opinion thing. You know, we enjoy talking about these things as a matter of fans. We are fans of video games. They mean a lot to us, so why not talk about them?
Mm-hmm. And now I think that we have this new kind of setup, it's going to make doing these videos again, we're going to be able to kick back into gear. So I think we'll just throw the question back out to you guys, and feel free to leave your opinions and thoughts in the comments below on if you guys would listen to a podcast as well as waiting for a full video release, because I'm mostly the one who does the video editing, and just it's a lot in it. It's a lot in it. Like, to put it into perspective, like when, let's just say, Shepard and I would record on the first month of the first day of the first month of whatever. It usually takes me about 3 weeks to get the video done, because there's a lot in it, and I'm putting in like 3 or 4 hours a day most of the times when I can do it into getting the video done. And there's some days when I don't want to look at it because I'm not in the right mind frame, or
also living your life. You know, you have a job, you have like friends and family and other commitments that need to be attended to. Mm-hmm. This is ultimately, between the two of us, this is a passion project, not a career. Mm-hmm. And I think it's important to kind of state that as often as possible. Like, I'm sure the guys watching our videos, they're cool, they understand. But it is just, sometimes we have to reiterate, even to ourselves, that, you know, creative burnout is the thing. There are people who produce content far more regularly and of a significantly higher quality than us sometimes, that they're burnt out. Mm. But that's their focus. That's what they do full time. This is something we do when we have the time available. We're on different schedules on a daily basis as well. So squeezing in a 2-3 hour window to even just record, it's madness. But we love it,
and we do it because we love it as well.
Yeah, exactly.
We do it because we love it.
Definitely.
But I think just to kind of wrap up this it's a very short kind of update video, but we felt it would be better for us to do you guys a service that you can actually see that we haven't disappeared. It's just technology has really and just it's without getting too deep into this. And I know I've said it to Shepard a few times. It's like these people, they literally bled us. They bled us. And we're not a big company where we're not a licensed trademark company where we can just get this back in taxes or anything like this. Like a lot of the time we were paying for this out of our own pocket, and we haven't monetized any videos. So we were taking the hit on it, and we just didn't find it was like applicably. It was just really difficult to sit down and say, okay, we're going to do this day, and then something might come up. Life just gets in the way sometimes, and Shepard and I haven't seen each other face to face in months now at this stage because we're just on these two different time scales. Like right now, we're recording this very ad hoc like conversation on a very rainy Sunday, and it's like we need to do something. We need to get something out there. So this is like the only time that we have free to kind of do this. So we thought it would be a service to you guys just to say we haven't disappeared. We've just been trying different avenues and things like this. So
transparency was important to us. As Joker said, we're not some big company. We don't have anything to hide. Even the fact that we're making this video at all is a miracle. This update video in itself is a triumph, if you ask me, because just getting to this point alone is a step in the right direction.
And I mean, it's given us a lot more confidence, I think, to say, okay, well, now that we have an update video out there, letting people know, while you guys are knowing that, okay, I can still go back and enjoy the older videos, which if you do, that would be fantastic. While you guys are in, like, now that we're continuously trying to do this, it's given us more of an agenda and a reason to say, no, now we got to do this and we will do this.
Yeah, exactly. All of the finance for these videos comes from our OnlyFans anyway.
That's where they pay us to keep our clothes on.
Oh, yeah. It's like, oh, God, stop. No, put it away.
Or less But there are some exciting things coming up. We're hemming and hawing on the podcast idea. We've been thinking about it, doing a Let's Play, just to kind of test the water and see what happens there. So I think YouTube has an option of putting polls up where we can say, would you guys also appreciate a podcast kind of side channel along with Let's Plays, or we want to get as much feedback from you guys as possible as well. But as Shepard was saying, just getting to this stage at the moment has been a monumental triumph because it's just been a nightmare. It really has. It's been a nightmare.
Like we're not technologically illiterate or anything like that. We like our tech, but the people that do this full time themselves have the time to invest both money and experience and like learn from it more so than we do. And not trying to make excuses, by the way. Those people, like they're YouTubers now who built an entire empire on their own, and credit where credit's due.
It's not
absolutely.
It is not easy.
I don't think it's for us either.
It really isn't. But I suppose just to kind of end this, I can't believe it feels so strange saying this.
Yeah.
I suppose to kind of wrap up this video, thank you so much to everybody who has been keeping us going and interacting with the channel. It's fantastic to be back doing this once more. So signing off on the Save Point, I've been your host, Joker.
I'm your co-host, Shepard.
Take it easy, guys.
Can't stop recording.
So don't